Hi parents, my name's Mark and I'm a youth and family worker based in Clibbury, Mortimer. I've got a wife and two children, aged 4 and 7, and I've been working with young people and families for over 10 years. I'd just like to bring a few thoughts and hopefully some encouragement to you over the last 4 months, this summer term, and encourage you into the summer. On Saturday just gone, I was due to go climbing with a friend of mine, and he's got young kids also, and we don't get out climbing as much as I would like. And so the planning of it beforehand, I was super psyched to get outdoors, and I woke up early Saturday morning. I was straight out the door, and it was really overcast, and I was sort of, which way is it going to go? And as I drove to Ludlow, it started drizzling. By the time I was in Ludlow, it was raining. Headed down the A49, and it was raining harder and harder. And by the time I got to Hereford, the roads were completely flooded. Now, I'm not sure about you, but that's kind of how I felt that 2020 has gone so far. That I was really expectant and excited and optimistic about what this year had for us, both through work and what we were going to do to develop more young people and encourage them. And then also in my own life, I was due to go abroad this year, and in June, and that's just not happened. And so it's almost as if this cloud is getting lower and lower, and the rain is getting heavier and heavier. And it's been really tough in that sense for lots of us, and for globally, it's just been a nightmare. But I want to talk to you about 3 questions that you can put to your family situation. Now, these 3 questions are used in a parenting course that we run. And the first question is, what age or developmental stage is your child at in any given situation? Secondly, is what has changed in that situation for your child? And thirdly, how well can they communicate that with you? Now, if we park that for a minute and then apply those questions to you as a parent, let's have a look at the situation now. So, given that this pandemic, we've never experienced anything like this before, what developmental stage are you at in terms of the pandemic? You see, when children are sort of in an early years developmental stage, they are looking to a caregiver. They are looking to someone with more experience to direct them and to show them and guide them through the situation. Now, we've never experienced this before. So I would say that our developmental stage in this situation is really low, like early years. You then take the second question. What's changed in your life recently? Everything. Over the last 4 months, everything has changed. And thirdly, how well can you communicate that with others? Now, it's really important here that we understand as parents that we don't communicate everything with our children. That's not healthy. They shouldn't know everything about us, because their brains can't handle adult situations and emotions. But what's important is that you have an outlet for that. And I'd encourage you to find it, whether it's your significant other, your spouse, whether it's a good close friend, whether it's another parent in talking about different situations. Find someone that you can speak to, that can actively listen to you, what you're going through. But then when we flip that and look at it from our child's perspective, what developmental stage are they at in this situation? Whoa, they might not be at school now. They might not have their regular clubs. They might not have being able to see their friends that they regularly see, or their family members. So developmentally, how well are they processing what's going on now? And then, like I say, what has changed recently? Everything. Everything's changed for them. They might not have to go to bed early now. They might get up later. And whilst these are really good for teenagers, to go to bed later and wake up later, it's better for the brain. Don't tell them that when they've got to go to school though. Everything has changed. And then thirdly is, how well can they communicate that with you? These times have just been bonkers, and it's just been completely crazy. But this is an opportunity for us as parents to spend more time with our kids, to be able to really get on a level with them and be able to listen to them. I was chatting to a parent the other day, and they were just explaining how their child just can't stand the naughty step or the timeout step or whatever it is. And then their eldest, they just get sent to their room. They don't get an option for a step anymore. And I asked them, I said, so what do you do when they get sent to the step? Like, what's the process? And they said, well, they have to sit there for 5 minutes and think about what they've done, and then I'll go and get them and we'll talk it through. Okay. And I said, what about your kid that goes to their room? And they're like, just leave them. And just let them cool off, and then they come down and we just get on with stuff. And when we apply those 3 questions to those situations, it makes more sense to say, right, we're going to go and sit on that step and just take a minute. And when I say we, I mean the parent goes onto the step with them. And that space becomes a safe space for your child to share how they're feeling, and for us as parents not to interrupt, and for us to listen. And the same with if they've gone up to the room. Let's just go up to your room. Let's just go and just have a minute. Let's talk it out. Now, it doesn't happen like that for everyone. For my 4-year-old, he likes to scream in my face, and he likes to sort of just need a minute. And then once he's had that minute, we then sit and we don't speak. And then a little bit later, he then starts to talk to me. And every family is different. Everything is different. But just the whole point of these 3 questions is to take a step back before we react. Everything has changed over the last 4 months. And it's been tough. It's been tough for you, and it's been tough for your kids. And until we are in a position where we can really listen to one another, then everything gets stored up here, and it just gets to a point of exploding. Now, my hope is that these 3 key questions would give you some encouragement, something to reflect on, and look into the summer with some optimism. Because as I got through Hereford on Saturday, I saw a break in the clouds, and I turned right and I saw a little bit bigger break in the clouds. And then I turned right again and I saw a speck of blue sky in the distance. And by the time I got to Simmons Yacht Rock car park, that blue sky was positioned directly over the car park. And when I got down to the rock, the whole rock was dry, and we had a great day climbing. This year isn't written off. This year is a great opportunity for us to develop our relationship with our kids and just move forward with them. So whether it's been tough in whatever sort of, whether it's financial or whether it's been mental health wise, take this as an opportunity to further our relationships. Have a great summer.